How do I always have the following week meal plan made before the week ends? So let's start from the beginning. The meal plan has four kind of proteins: meat, fish, beans, and eggs, to which I added canned food besides the dairy and tofu that I already had. Each of these kind of proteins are supposed to provide four proteins. But instead of eating the same sort of protein 4 times a week, I choose two kinds. And each of them 2 meals. And then for each, I would have to organize 2 meals, which I also write in front so that I know what I'm supposed to do. This is, in a way, my tally. I write in here what I'm supposed to eat in each day, not necessarily what I'm going to eat in each day, but I try to vary around and write every meal I have in here. I try to write it here. But then in reality, because in the first 3 days I have 6 meals available, I might not want to eat on Monday for lunch what I've written. I might want to eat what I've written on Wednesday for dinner, and I eat it here. So at the moment, I'm just doing that to know the meal is gone. I've eaten it this day. Now it's enough. Now I'm going to show you the reality. It's a mess, and this isn't the messiest. This was the second time doing this, so it's okay. The first one is scary. So, this is the week that is ending, but I still have minced meat, I still have fish, I still have red lentils, and I still have tuna. The reason, and I still have eggs. The reason why I still have all of these meals, and now I'm going to show you the first week, please don't get scared, is because on the previous week, this was the first time, the previous week, and this is how I used to organize it, there was a lot of food left. And you might think, well, but if I know what I'm going to cook, and if I'm cooking it, why is there food left? Because sometimes I cook and it lasts more than the 2 meals that I was expecting. For instance, the black beans, which are not considered, black beans are protein, but the way I cook them, and you can see it in the shorts, I'll put the link below, it has more veggies than proteins. It hardly has any proteins. The amount I can eat in a meat hardly has any proteins. But I considered them last week, and I ate them probably, well, once with quinoa, another time with eggs. What was it the other time? With tuna. So I managed to consider them a meal or protein by adding other sorts of proteins to it. Even though I added eggs and even though I added tuna, I still have eggs and tuna left. So I'm not going to buy eggs nor tuna. Let me see if there was another meal that I've cooked. No, there wasn't. There wasn't other meals that I cooked that lasted more than the 2 meals that I was expecting. But I didn't want to cook certain meals because I realized they were harder than I thought. And because the previous week had gave me a few meals that were more than I was expecting. So I still had meals from this week, and I didn't need to cook as much as for this one. This is the mess, and I'm going to try to make it clear now. Next week, I'm supposed to buy turkey and a full chicken. I still have minced meat. So the way I'm going to adjust is by striking this and writing minced meat, ground beef, and writing ground beef. So I don't need to buy this one because I already have it. And I can cook it already today because it's already in the house. So when I go grocery shopping, this doesn't have to be included. Let's go to the shopping list. I keep it all in a notebook because it makes my life easier. Everything's together and I can move back and forwards, back both in the week I'm talking about as in previous weeks. So in the shopping list, in the meat, I was supposed to buy turkey, but I'm not going to buy turkey because I have ground beef. I also have a full chicken. So far, so good. Then I'm supposed to have sea bream. I don't have sea bream anymore. Or do I? Oh, I do. I have sea bream yet. I have hake. I don't know how to say this. It's a fish, and I don't have shrimp, but I still have crab imitation. Then for beans, I had black-eyed peas and navy beans because I wanted to change. I wanted to change. I mean, been having black beans for a while, so I wanted to change. But I'm not going to have any of these because I found a few recipes with white beans that I have, and I found a few recipes. So what was the other one? With red beans. I think it's red beans. I think it's red beans. Right now I'm not going through the pantry, but I believe it is. So I'm going to have these. I'm not going to buy the beans. So these get scratched too. And what else? Eggs. Yes, definitely eggs. Sausages. I no longer have sausages. I no longer have sausages, so I'm not going to have the sausages. That being said, I go back to the previous week and I realize, oh, I have red lentils, so there's not going to be red beans. It's going to be red lentils because I was supposed to have them last week and I haven't, so I need to use them this week. What else? I have tuna. I still have tuna. I don't have sausages. No problem. I have tuna. So tuna comes in. And what else? Is there anything else that I haven't eaten? No. Everything in here, minced meat, crab imitation, fish, red lentils, and tuna and eggs is included. This fish isn't included actually. It is. It's this one. It's this one. Okay, so everything is included. That means that my shopping list is now reduced to a full chicken and whatever may be in the dishes I intend to make with them that I don't have. In the case of stroganoff, for instance, it demands mushrooms, so I must add mushrooms to that list. Actually, I don't. I have them. So I don't need mushrooms. It also asks for, I don't know, creme fraiche, sour cream, something like that. So that's something I need to not buy. I need to consider, see how it's made, because I made the mistake of buying sour cream. Or buying cream to make sour cream. I used, I believe, 1 tablespoon and the rest went to the garbage. I'm not going to do that again. So I will find out how to make sour cream or make the cream to make the sour cream. I will make the sour cream and then I will find a meal that uses the cream, the rest of the cream, with one of these recipes to prevent waste. Now, I don't have the previous meal plan made yet, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it today so that I have an idea of what I want to eat, and as again, I'm going to write the meals that I intend to have in front. And that also gives me what I'm supposed to buy. And I'm going to include that in this week's meal plan. So that when this week or next week's ends, and I have to go grocery shopping today, some of the things that I'm going to need will already be at home, and I only have to buy a few. It might sound counterproductive because I'm spending ahead, but I'm spending ahead in ingredients, not in proteins. As you can see, uh, I'm going to buy one full chicken. That's the only thing I'm going to buy this week regarding proteins. So since the proteins are the most expensive thing, I'll have enough budget to accommodate other things. And the ingredients are €1, $1 for something that I'm not going to eat now. But it does if I only have to spend half of it. If next Sunday, when I go grocery shopping, that food is at if it's full price now and I don't buy it, and next Sunday it's full price, I will have to buy it because I'm going to need it. But if it is half price, perfect. And if I manage to buy it half price now, also perfect. So in this 7 days, I will have to buy this thing. The difference is, will I be able to buy it with a reduction, or do I have to buy it full price? If I manage to buy it with a reduction, perfect. It doesn't matter if it's now, if it's next week. This means that when week 9 arrives, so 1 week from now, and I'm doing this same exercise to make my groceries list, to decide what I'm going to eat on week 10, if for some reason I can't get the proteins I want, or I still have proteins left, I will also have more ingredients that I can use for meals. I mean, what I mean is I will have the possibility to make recipes that I wouldn't if I didn't had certain kinds of ingredients, because I will be looking for recipes that use those ingredients with the food I have, so that it never gets wasted. I basically I'm trying to say is I need to finish whatever food I bought last week now, or in the following week. If it was not used, if this is 1 week and I don't use all the food, whatever is left has to be used the following week. This way, when I'm grocery shopping, I'm not grocery shopping to fulfill the pantry. I'm grocery shopping to make sure I will have the meals I need the following week. You know, this week is covered, but I'm already thinking about the following week. And the reason why I do this is because there was always this period of time where I was out of food, and the stress and anxiety that causes all came up. And because of the stress and the anxiety, I was unable to think straight. I was unable to meal plan, and that's when usually I would spend too much money and I would eat crap because I didn't have the backup plan. The backup plan now is embedded in the way I meal plan. I always considering the future, even if I don't have everything for the following week, which makes perfect sense. Doesn't I don't have freezer space for 2 weeks of meals. The ingredients that are shelf stable, I can get them ahead, and that gives me more flexibility for if by any reasons I can't go grocery shopping and the day that I'm supposed to, I still have a few days worth of food, either made or both made, as to be able to cook. I'm cooking twice a week. I cook on Sunday, and I cook either on Wednesday or on Thursday. But on Wednesday or Thursday, I generally go to these ones because they aren't really meals. Well, they are meals, but in eggs, come on, tuna, they are easy to do. But I can't rely on these. I have to rely on the frozen second meal that I have from the other proteins that are harder to cook that I cook on Sunday. I hope I managed to explain how the meal plan forever works and how I I use it, or one possibility to use it, to make sure every meal gets done. And if it doesn't get done, you can include the proteins that were left and any other ingredients that were left the following week.